Welcome back, guys.
Everybody.
Thursday Night Live with those two sisters. We're here, guys. Never fear. Anyway, I
I'm
feel like I was
laughing
acting like James. That's something James would have said.
I get so excited and I get the high pitch going on. It's like, welcome back, everybody. It's like, who are you, Elmo?
Oh my gosh. Okay. I feel like we've been gone for so long. People have been asking when we're coming back. We are here. So what's been going on?
What's been going on? I'll tell you what's going to be going on with me. Obviously, I have a different background. We've moved, which was a really good thing. We moved back into the area. We were already in the area, but now we're further along in the area that we want to be in.
And you're closer to me, so that's all that matters.
Yes. So that was a whole thing. It takes so much to move. Like, you don't realize how hard it is to move until you have to do it. But it's like everything that you know is that your reality has to be, transported to another location. It's like so much thinking that goes into it because you're trying to think like, what am I going to use? When will I need it? And for us, it was like, I started thinking about packing like 6 weeks out. So then I was like, maybe I could start packing now and then have some boxes for like what we're going to be using right up until we leave. Sometimes you just put too much thought into stuff. So I overthought it.
The week that y'all moved, I went to like this co-worker's house and he had like crabs and everything. It was fun. But I was, talking or whatever. And everybody's like, so what you been doing? Da, da, da. And I was like, well, my sister just moved. I had to help her move. And so the dude was like, people are still moving themselves? I said, wait. I thought about it and I was just like, damn. I was like, well, I mean, I didn't physically move anything, but there's drinks to be drank and food to be ate.
Hello, and there's things to be pointed to take.
I was like, she had movers. I was like, but the crazy thing is, I told the whole story about the movers or whatever, but it was funny as shit to me how he was just like, people are still
I don't think, listen, I think we've aged out of that. I believe I will never, I can say this, I don't think I could ever move without movers again. Like, it's one thing if you're moving into a dorm room and you only have like 2 or 3 trips, like that's great. But
it's a blower though.
Yo, I cannot move in. I just can't. I won't do it. It's too much.
Because the way that went, how they just smoothly just.
Oh my gosh,
that convinced me.
They had everything out of that place within like an hour and a half tops, and it was like a whole 2-bedroom.
It would have took us all day.
Joint, and they worked, and they deserved all the money that they got. Even though it was like weird the way that whole thing happened.
More than they quoted.
It was double
after they already got the shit there. It's like, okay, but
like we're not gonna not pay you. But I'll just go ahead and tell that story. I really love these movers, and I would shout them out and everything, and maybe I will. And I told them, like, when we move again into our permanent place, we're definitely gonna call you guys back because I think they did a great job. But what I was quoted was half of what I ended up paying. So I paid double. But then when I thought about it, I was like, well, you know what? They were worth it. Like,
but I mean, just think back to the days where that would have been a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't have even been a question of what y'all gonna take the stuff out and put it
I was so glad that I didn't have to have that conversation. I literally was like, what? It's double. And then by the time I like let that come out of my mouth, I already was like, okay, I'll just do this. Right. And so I was able to do it. But I was just like, wow, yeah, it's been a long road, because there were times where I'd have been having to have a conversation like, well, what are y'all gonna do with my stuff until you get your money?
Let's take it all the way back to the old place. I mean, I have definitely moved. Not like I'm moving everything myself, but I'll definitely have in the past been like, okay, I'm moving on this day. I'll be like, okay, you're going to help. You're going to help. You're going to help. You're going to help.
And that's how it would have gone. And
it takes us all day. It takes us all day. No, thank you.
It's nothing wrong with that, but I had so much stuff. And I also, it's so much turmoil to do all that physical activity I mean, I don't think we would have had it in us to go all day. It would have been a several day thing. It was just not. I'm into hiring people down to do stuff. I even went a step beyond, and I got people like to come in and like remove some of the stuff that we didn't want. Like we had like old TV and a dresser that we just weren't trying to lift, and we got somebody to come in and get that, like the junk people. And then I hired a little cleaning crew. So yeah, I mean, I definitely paid it forward.
But it seemed like he was like, I'm gonna pay somebody to do that.
Hell yeah.
I don't blame you, because you got to just enjoy your apartment and just be like, okay, now I can unpack, I can do this, and not be dead tired from doing all that moving or whatever. So
exactly. And the stress is already enough. So anyway, enough about me. How have you been? What have you been up to? We're talking like I haven't seen you.
Good. I've been doing good. You know, I started my fit vlogs because that's been a long time coming. I've been doing these workout challenges, but just to be honest and completely transparent, guys, the workout challenges were due on your own. So what that means is I was doing the exercises, but I wasn't doing them as close to back as I'm doing them now. And I almost died the first time I went to this gym.
Resurrected.
And the lady is just like so nice, and she's fit, and she's like an older woman. So I'm like, okay, I gotta get my stuff together because I'm trying to be, where she at right now or whatever. But I kept going, and now it's like going good. Me and my body done had to talk, and I done said, look, this is what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be out of breath for an hour, 4 days a week, and we're gonna love it. And I've only been doing it for 2 weeks, but I'm doing 4 days a week, and I already see little small changes in just, my complexion, of how much water I've been drinking. My body was sore the first week, but now in the second week it wasn't as sore. But I just wasn't doing enough in my workouts, because the way that we be going, I be working out of there like, dang, I did that.
Yes. Listen, okay, so let me jump on your little bandwagon, because I'm not doing what you're doing. But I did start my strength training last week, and it's an old lady strength training. It's like a little something slight. But I am proud of myself because I did a whole entire month of showing up to the gym and just doing like, light stuff. Like I'll do like a mile around the track and 2 miles on the bike. And it was just to get me to believe myself when I said, you're doing this workout thing. So I needed to put 30 days under my belt to get used to getting to the gym. And now last week I've started my strength training, and I'm not nowhere near where y'all are. But
listen, if you haven't worked out, I mean, I wouldn't say that I was a beginner, but I'm definitely not an expert, right? The only reason I'm not a beginner is because I've been working out more than 6 months, but I feel like a beginner. But just trust me, that you will love the effects of the strength training once you keep incorporating it, and you don't have to do nearly as much cardio as you would, and you'll see the results as well. Yeah. Like people think that if they some women think that if they lift weights, they're going to get these huge muscles. And while there are women that get those huge muscles, they're doing too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it doesn't, for me, my body goals are, I like to look good naked, and I want to look good in my clothes. I want to not have, a gut or whatever, but I want to keep my curves.
And I want to look good in my clothes.
I don't want to lose my butt and I'm like that. And I want my arms to look nice. You know what I mean? I want some Angela Bassett arms. But
hold up. You did not just hit us with the green eggs and ham body goals. I want to look good on a boat. I want to look good on a moat. I want to look good from afar.
I'm saying though, once you see the little bit, I'm not even gonna say it's a little bit of effort, but it's a little bit more palatable than like somebody say, oh, go run on the treadmill for 45 minutes. No, you need cardio, but you don't need hours of cardio you will slim down, you'll lose the weight. But if you want to keep your curves, that you should incorporate some strength training, even if it's aerobic strength training where you got the little 5-pound weights and you doing whatever, or 3-pound weights, you know what I'm saying? Something that's heavy to you. And you can even do it with, I'm going to talk about this in my fit blog too, but you can even do it with household things. Like, you got a gallon of detergent. Let me just go ahead and lift this a couple of times on each arm or whatever. You just have to be lifting something a little heavy, and it really does make a difference. You know what I mean? But anyway, so that's what I've been doing. I said I was gonna like start doing content on that. I'm gonna incorporate some of the things that I've been eating because people also think that you have to be like totally restrictive, and no, you just got to make smarter choices. So I'm doing that. I'm gonna put out a weekly fit vlog on Sundays. That's gonna kind of show me before I go into the workout and after, so you can see how much I'm sweating like a pig, and then I'll talk about whatever's on my mind at the time, because working out also kind of, it helps you, it changes your mental state, your mindset as well sometimes, because you've done something and you feel accomplished. You know what I'm saying? I even ran a little bit the other day, and even though I ran track back in the day, in my mind, I'm like, I used to do this, I used to do that, but no, you're 45 now and you haven't done a sit-up in like years. Like, yeah, I do like the little, in and out things, but like really truly going hard. The classes that I'm taking at the gym humbled me. So the gym that I go to is not like a Gold's gym. It's not like a Planet Fitness. It's no dude standing around ogling you or whatever. It's all women, and it's a small group of women. And so we do multiple. We do various things. Like the classes are like high intensity interval training. So you're doing burpees, you're doing core work, you're doing things like that. But she incorporates the weights as well. But I love it because, I just feel like I kind of, you know how something just clicks for you. I feel like now it's clicked to me that, okay, this is going to be what you need to do. You need to commit to doing this same days every week and just keep going. You know what I mean? So anyway, I've been doing that, trying to get your nephew straight and settled on campus. That's it. I mean, other than that, I'm just trying to come up with more content. And
I've been seeing you, you be going. I love it,
but not really like I should be. So, but look, I'm about to be coming with it. It's going to be like 2 and 3 videos every week, if not a little bit more, depending on what I'm doing. But I added a new show that I'm going to review. Is Family and Fiance, because I like own shows. So I think I'm going to stick to own shows for a minute. But I did one review for Family and Fiance, and that show was a little bit crazy or whatever. And so I'm going to continue to do that. And I'm still doing Ready to Love. It's in Miami this season, which is kind of interesting, but I need you to catch up on that.
Okay, I do need to catch up on that. Okay, so then maybe we should jump right into that. I don't know, because we're not going to get into it heavy, but like I was watching Ready to Love DC and I was into it for a bit. Like I said, we got caught up in like the moving stuff, but I didn't watch the reunion. I think I watched everything else up to the reunion. And so first of all, I love me some Ashley. It's Ashley, right? Ashley Silva.
So you talk about love and marriage. Yes. I love.
Oh, what did I say? Love and hip hop?
Ready to Love.
My bad.
I think you said that. I don't know. Maybe I just imagined it, but
no, I probably.
But I got you now. Love and Marriage. Yes, I love Ashley.
So Love and Marriage. I love me some Ashley Silva. There ain't a damn thing you can tell me about her that would get me off the Ashley Silva is, for Congress train, right? Like I just think she's hilarious and she's real. It's like so refreshing to have somebody who doesn't take themselves too seriously, who, who's out there being themselves and who's actually providing some substance, right? Mm-hmm. And so I really appreciate her. And then I liked a lot of people. You know what? I saw a different side of Chris this in this show, and I really liked that. I felt like he was really trying to be expressive, and I think that can be hard for men. So I give him ups for that. Monique Samuel.
I was about to say, did you see a different side of her?
I kind of did, but it still wasn't completely like real. And like, it's so funny to me when people are not real, and then they think that they they landed the plane. Like, we don't believe you.
But it's like the people who see through stuff like that are usually in the minority. So people that believe them or like they're on that train are like, in the majority. So you kind of feel like, but I agree with you. I like Ashley. She wrote a book too called "Do That Shit." I gotta get that.
Yeah, so I heard her talk.
We gotta get it so we can do a review on it. We gotta discuss it.
I appreciated a lot of people on that show. So, but I did not, and will probably never like that other lady. What's her name? Why do I want to call her Precious? What was her real name?
Ann Winter.
Winter.
So we call her Ann Winter because it's like, okay, the couples Ann Winter.
She is so beyond annoying. And it's one of those things where, you know, if you called her annoying, she'll sit there and argue with you as if her opinion is going to change based on her argument. And it's like, no, see, you're doing it. You're doing it right there. Like, you're annoying because you're wrong, because you're fronting, because you're trying to make something out of thin air, and you're just not. You're just not. We're not going for it. So I don't like her. Okay. And I'm not saying like, I'm like, these aren't fighting words, you know what I'm saying? But it's just,
I don't think you're alone though, because of the games that were being played. It's like, one,
why are you even here?
It's an unspoken rule that you just don't kind of talk about nobody's marriage. And she was talking about she had, you know, receipts on stuff, and you know, it was
so much dirt. You would think that she would be more kind. Like, look, you're sitting in the middle of the dumpster, talking, throwing shade at people. Like, you have a lot going on, lady. Like, you really need to rethink that
real quick, Ellen. So I reviewed both of the.
Hey y'all! Oh my gosh! I didn't even see this. I was on the wrong thing.
I think we got a delay. I reviewed both of the DC seasons, and then she joined me on the second season to like for us to discuss it or whatever. Okay, Faith, real quick, let's do a count. Like 1, 2,
3.
Yes. Okay. All right. But yeah. So I reviewed both of the seasons, but she came in on the second season, I think. But maybe we did talk about the first season, but we didn't start doing the show until the second season. But so I gotta give you, props, Ellen. You're right. If you take her away, there would have been a lot less. I guess they would have filled with something else, but the whole damn season was including her.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. You know what? That's a real. I'm sorry to cut you off, Demita, but that's a really good point. Like, what would they have even? It would have been a completely different show if she weren't there. Yeah. They would have had to actually focus on.
I mean, but maybe they would have gotten to get to other stuff, because I know that they filmed a lot of stuff that the other couples were doing. But it was also unfortunate that they didn't really include the fourth couple, which was the Lions. And I'm told that they have like a very interesting like lifestyle, and they're doing positive things. But that kind of probably is why they didn't make it, because sad. People want to see the drama. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's really sad that they cut to that.
Yeah, but so I'm gonna need you to catch up on the Miami season. I think it's only on episode 3. I've already reviewed some, and I do want to make a comment because it's this dude on there named Devin. And he's not on it no more because he got sent home, but he was sweating like shit. And now I'm like, I already did a video saying, I'm a heavy sweater. You shouldn't wear certain colors. So if you guys see like little perspiration marks, I don't stink. So just.
Man, you look good. Your skin looks bomb right now. And I know you're not a makeup wearer, so I know that's not foundation.
No, I don't have nothing. I got on some lip gloss with some coconut something. Or whatever.
And people have been following you, but you got a haircut. That joke looks bomb on you too.
Okay, and let me talk about that, because I was like not planning on cutting it off. I just knew I needed a trim. But something came over me when I went into the barbershop, and he was like, "What do you want done?" And I was like, "Oh, well, you know what? Just cut it all down." I showed him a picture when I first got my first big chop, which was lower than this. And so I was like, just keep it a little bit long. But I think that I'm going to like having a teaspoon of hair, because I don't have to do nothing. I can just wash it real quick if I want to. I can take a head to toe shower. This is great. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet.
I think it's really cute. I think
it looks a lot healthier than it did when I had those, when I combed out the locks. I shouldn't have combed out the locks. I should have just cut it then. So anyway.
Well, stages, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like it. I mean, when you have the light of God in you, you're always going to look good. So there you are. Ellen said, welcome to the Ballhead Club. Y'all all cute. Oh, so we're going to cast have a DC marriage.
So it's a rumor that are supposed to be joining, but here's what happens. They may not be joining the show per se. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do, whether they're gonna sign a contract or not. But if you're friends with me and I'm on the show, eventually I'm gonna come to your house. or I'm gonna do something with you.
Right.
They've been hanging out a lot, so maybe
they don't have to be married. Winter wasn't married. If they're gonna if they're gonna let Winter on there, why wouldn't they let? But you know what's funny? I'll bet because it takes a long time, I think, to put together a show. I'm thinking that Winter was probably married when she signed on to do the show.
She was, and they were both supposed to come on together.
And then they came on, but separately. I really got to get caught up on that. I don't even want to. I don't want to mess it up.
But that's a good segue into what I want us to talk about next, because Winter met this dude during the pandemic, and she believed all the dreams he was selling. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's crazy because I do online dating sometimes. I don't like it. I don't recommend 0 stars, but I still have a profile, that I'm about to cancel. But, you have to have some type of vetting process when you're online dating. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody can send you a message. You know what I mean? I had to block this stalker this morning because 2 days ago, he sent me a message. And I looked at it, and they can see when you read their messages, or they can see when you view their profile. And so I looked at his profile, and I looked at his pictures, and I decided he looked a little unsavory, if you will. So I just didn't respond to the message, and I think maybe I just deleted the message. And so since I didn't respond, it didn't match us or nothing. So then I come back the next day, and he sent me a message saying, "I see that you view my profile.
Sir, didn't you see that I was ignoring you?
You are." And it was this whole paragraph. And so I was like, "Did I just delete this the other day?" So I looked again, and I said, I saw the same pictures, and I got the same feeling no. So I deleted it again today. I woke up again, and I have the same message that he sent the other day. So I said, okay, let me block you on this app, because how the fuck, what are you doing? How are you going to come to me?
Why are you doing this?
I seen you look at my profile, answer my questions.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. What Ellen said?
That's what I wanted to say, is that
okay. Jeremy.
It's one of those things these days where I'm no hate or shade or anything, but I'm so glad that I'm not in this dating game these days.
Be glad.
It's kind of scary out there, even from the sidelines, because I just be listening to some of the stuff that James's single friends be saying, and it's wild to me that, I mean, well, I know why some of them are single,
but them dudes want stuff. They're asking for, I think you said it earlier, they're asking for Beyonce level shit.
And they're not giving Jay-Z level stuff. So it's like,
like I said before, Jay-Z's not even cute, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Listen, go ahead.
Real quick, look at this. Can you see that? So
I've got all this business out there.
I've gotten this message twice before. And so I know it's like a little thing that goes around. I can't figure out what the end game is or whatever, but it says, "Hello, beautiful heart. I'm Dave. How are you doing today? I was glancing through profiles when I saw your profile. So pretty, I must confess. You got a nice profile, and I like," you're going to say that twice, "I like that you seem relaxed. My interest has been piqued, and so I thought I should contact you. I would like to know more about you and see where it leads us." Because I'm actually seeking a sugar baby when he can't spell. Whom I can spoil and help financially weekly with no nudes, sending of nude pics or sexting included. Kindly get back to me if interested. So where are you now? And then he sent another message to say, "Where are you from now?" But I was like, is this fucking for real? I just deleted dude.
Look, why I say mark this message safe? I want to mark that message unsafe. Now I feel like I should do a catfishing show where I read over these types of messages. Is that his profile?
No, this is somebody else.
This is
the shit that you put on your profile, right? So I don't know what the fuck you look like. I mean, I looked at the other pictures.
I can see your hands.
All of the other pictures were of other things, not him. And so I'm like, who the fuck does this?
Somebody who's not attractive. That's exactly who does it. I'll tell you a little bit about that guy. I don't even know him. He's not attractive. He's old. He doesn't know how to take photos without you seeing the reflection of him in his hands in the background. He's so his penis is obviously not big because men with big penises don't go around like dropping magnums out of their pockets. Okay. He's corny as hell. Okay. I know so much about this guy and I've never even met him. I don't know what he looks like, but I know he's not attractive because he doesn't have any pictures of himself up. Like they're giving away. Let me just say this. It sucks for me to see.
I got one more. See this guy, right? Y'all see what he looks like and everything, right?
Yeah, he's not bad looking.
But I don't know what he looks like on the hat, but here's what he has to say. Looking for someone who's down to have some good head and potentially be a partner and take it from there. I'm blunt and straightforward. Nigga, bye-bye. Okay?
Like, what is it
a lot of my time
offering to the world?
Like, nope. To the point where if it's somebody that I actually see that's kind of cute, I done already clicked that nigga off because all of these other fucking lames.
It's such a turnoff. It's almost like, and I'm not trying to say this, you know,
as an Jeremy.
I'm not trying to say this as an insult, but I think men speak as if they're talking to other men. I'm not saying they're trying to attract other men, but like you're not even really speaking to the audience, right? Like if you're trying to attract the female, you need to understand more about how the female is attracted to one, right? So it's like if you don't know that, why are you speaking? Right. And so obviously, like, there's such a huge disconnect. This is why it's so scary.
I halfway agree with you, but then part of me is like this. They are getting their audience. It's just not me, right? So, like, if I go across the app and I see that profile and he's like my picture and I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. Like, it may not work on me, but they're doing it because it's working on some fucking body. Like, I don't know who these bitches are, but it's working on somebody. And now I got to be the one to look like, what the fuck?
Asshole, because I got to tell you.
I'm the asshole. Because...
Right. But
so,
see,
okay, my last
what people are looking for. If they're getting what they need out of this, then I guess it's working. But it's so interesting for me to see some of the things that are happening. Like, I was just looking at this girl, Chrissy Ann, and this guy, Blueface. Blueface is a rapper. I don't really know a whole bunch about them, but what I do see, it's like, you know, it's kind of interesting and it's like almost entertaining, but it's also kind of sad because one of the things that I don't think that she understands and knows is that you're going to keep getting what you accept. So she's going through this and she's going through it live. Like she's getting his name tattooed on her face. There's a couple of people who are getting face tattoos. I don't know when that came back. I've seen it happen before, but I thought that was a jail thing. So when I see like attractive women,
it used to be like the teardrop thing or whatever was like a gang.
Nah, they get names and actual faces.
One apparently.
They're getting faces tattooed on their faces.
So when I went on that cruise a couple of years ago, I saw this girl and this guy, and they were all tatted up. And the girl was so tatted up to the point where she only had this part of her face that wasn't tattooed. It was tattoos all around her edges and stuff. I was like...
And look, if you're going to get a face tattoo, that's a conversation that you have with yourself. But I would advise you not to get someone's name or their face, right? Unless it's like, I don't know. It's like you don't know where this relationship is going to end up. You don't know a lot of stuff about, you know, you really can't. I just don't advise that. But don't get nobody's name or face tattooed on your face. It's just not cool because then you're attributing, like you're basically saying you're putting your worth out there, and whatever you're accepting as what is okay for you to go through, that's becoming your worth. So, and it's crazy because I use Chrissy Ann as a
time out. She has a
crazy
fake on her fake tooth. That's the girl that missing the tooth.
Oh, then she took her tooth out. He was like, "You changed since you got your tooth in," and she took her tooth out. But like, he's like still messing with this baby's mom, and he's like clowning her. But here's the thing that I recognize: like, she's there to be clowned. Like, he's gonna keep clowning her. When a man look, this is gonna come off however it comes off. But like, when a boy has a dog, he's gonna experiment with that dog. He knows the dog is loyal. It's going to come back. He's going to make him run, jump, do tricks. And everything the dog does, he's going to make him do it again. He's going to make him do it for company and his friends and stuff like that. And that's how it is when you allow yourself to be treated like that. He's going to make you do tricks. He's going to make you do them again in front of people, right? Like, that's how he's treating you, and that's how you're going to be there to be treated.
But when you're inside of that, okay, so I'm not saying that I'm in that, but I mean, I think that those people don't hear what you're saying, right? Because like when you get on the other side of that, you're like, what was I doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. And listen,
it's sad to watch because it's like you can't see what's happening here.
And you can't really say something. You can't speak to the inside. It's like they're on the upside down. Like, I get it because I've been through certain things that I understand. And really the sad part of it is that the only way to get out of it is to lose the thing that you feel like you love. So, but you have to get out of that, because you'll lose yourself if you continue.
I'm gonna look more into that situation because I haven't even really been paying that much attention. But
I haven't either. I'll tell you this: don't pay that much attention, because it's not something that you can change. Like, she's gonna have to figure that out for herself. But it is a little hard to watch because it's like, oh man, you doing that? Like, this is one of those things where, okay, here's what I'll say, and I hope nobody takes this the wrong way. This is one of those things where you see someone playing themselves, you see themselves, once they realize how much they're being played, and you see that Florida newsletter, that Florida newspaper headline, like, man gets killed with a spoon, or some shit like that. It's like, it's always in Florida too. It's just like,
Florida do be having some wild stuff happen.
Woman stabs man 196 times, and it's like,
I think Ellen is in Florida. She probably
doesn't even have that much energy. No, I don't even think they're in Florida. I don't even know where they are, but like, it's always in Florida. This is what I'm saying.
But I mean, I think Ellen lives in Florida. She probably got
stories. Miami. Here's the thing: when it gets to that point, we're all gonna understand, because we will have seen what happened before, where you lost yourself and you let this person take advantage of you, and you're all the way gone, and you just don't have anything else to just kind of build yourself back up. You just lost yourself. When something happens and she's all the way out there and she does something wild and crazy,
she's not already doing nothing wild and crazy with the face, with the tattoo.
We're gonna be like, I can see how that happened.
It gets worse.
I hope not. I hope she just walks away.
So
they are crazy and toxic. Mocha Mima says they're crazy and toxic, and I concur.
Yeah, because I think that as a whole, the mental state of, I mean, it's not even a specific community. It's like the world right now. If you look at the news and you see all the crazy shit that's happening right now, it's like really, really wild. I mean, that's the reason why I'm single right now, because I do want to date, but then I'm like, I don't have time to be stalked. I don't have time to deal with, like, you know, I don't know. I'm good.
It's sad because it's not sad, but like, I'll just say this. It's funny how I hear like James's friends talking about dating and stuff, like they're all this, like they're bringing something. It's not, people aren't thinking about what they're building. They're just thinking about what they want, but they don't stop to think like, well, what are you bringing to the table? How are you going to build that with somebody? Like, what are the ingredients that you're bringing to the table? What are you going to do to make this happen? It's just like, they're just thinking like, yeah, I wanted this and I wanted that and I wanted to dance. And I wanted to do this, and I wanted to blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, oh,
so
how many things are you going to do?
I think men are really rigid. Some men are really rigid in what they think that they want, right? But it's like, you know, the reality is, you know, you can say, okay, I want A, B, and C, and you can keep it within those ramifications. But then sometimes it's like, you are a person, and you're meeting a different person. So you have to give you a chance give yourself a chance to get to know the person. Like, one other thing that comes to mind is one of the guys was like, oh, I want to exchange numbers. So I was like, well, you know what? On these online dating things, I ain't trying to spend a whole bunch of time talking to you, because I need to hear your voice, because I need to see how you sound, and I need to see if there's like a little synergy or whatever. We can't really do that through text. So I'm like, all right, let's I'll exchange numbers with you. But he was like, at first, I should have known, because he was like, well, and don't be giving me no Google number either. I was like, what's wrong with a Google number? Won't I still answer it? He was like, Yeah, but I don't want no Google. I was like, okay, that's weird. But I said, fuck it. Here go my number. Let's see. What you talking about, right?
Over with.
So when I sent him my number, I told him, I said, well, I can't answer my phone at work because I can't bring my phone in here, but here's my number. And he was like, okay, well, he sent the message back saying, well, call me when you get off work. It was like probably 11 something in the morning, and it was on like a Monday. What I had to do really matters not, but at about 8 o'clock, he sent me a text. And he said, hey, it's Mike or whatever his name was. And so I was like, well, who the fuck is Mike? I was like, let me go back and see what that dude's name was. I go back to the dating app to try to find our conversation, and that shit's gone, which means you unmatched us, right? So I was like, I went back to my text. I said, so did you delete our conversation? And he was like, yeah, because I thought you wasn't interested because I told you
married.
He said, I told you to call me. How the fuck did you go there before I finished the story?
Sorry, I'm your mother.
I'm out. So he said, I didn't think you were interested because I told you to call me when you got off work. So I was like, I'm wondering how you know what time I get off work. He's like, well, that was earlier today. And so I was like, good luck and good night, sir, because no, we're not about to do this shit because no. So I just was like, fuck that. I deleted his number, but I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't feel like I'm difficult to get along with. I just don't ever get to the point where I can, like, you know, the online thing just ain't working. I like the in-person jump, but then there's monkeypox and there's COVID still. So
there is monkeypox.
Yeah,
man, that shit looks horrible too. Like that's the type of shit. It's not like a cold.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
and
I'm not trying to experience that.
I'm not down with that at all. I mean, I'm not down with catching nothing, but I definitely don't want that. And like I saw this
the good news is that's like I don't think it's deadly. It's just
no, it's not. But I mean, just looking like that is deadly.
Part of me feels like it's worse than COVID, even though COVID is deadly.
It lasts a long time too. So it's like
really,
like it lasts like 2 to 4 weeks.
Oh Jesus,
I'm good.
I'm good. I can't be touching people and I can't be hugging people.
So let's talk about that for a second too, because people are talking about, oh, you know, it's through sex, you know, and yeah, you can probably catch it through sex, but if somebody has that shit and they have lesions and they go and touch something like sleep in a hotel room and they don't clean the hotel room the right way or whatever,
or they touch you,
elevator button, like you can catch that shit from a surface. I am not feeling that. Now I might really
catch it from a hug. You could catch it from, you know, obviously like intimate encounters like sex or kissing, but oh my God, I saw this horrible thing online the other day where this guy was like, I gotta stop following some of these websites because it was like Hollywood Unlocked or something. It was like,
that's Jason
Lee. Man's nose is rotting because he has monkeypox, HIV, and syphilis. And I'm like, what did you do this weekend? What are you doing? God. Are you licking shoe bottoms? I don't know. How do you get all that at once? But you know what? I'm not trying to judge that.
So Hollywood Unlocked is Jason Lee. You remember him?
Yeah, I like him. He's just ratchet enough. Like I like him because he brings the ratchet, but he's a sensible person. So like this is what I love about him. He'll bring the ratchetness and then he'll explain it.
I do. He's funny. I enjoy him because he's messy. But
he's messy as hell. All right. So anyway, we talked about dating. Oh, by the way, guys, we got some segments that are going to be recurring. We're going to always be talking about dating because we're always going to be having thoughts about that. But I do want to get into a few shenanigans.
Okay.
I just have a couple.
First, but okay, so let me give y'all a disclaimer because so Ellen be on YouTube probably like I be on YouTube, and I watch a lot of different people, and I think she does too or whatever. So we have seen Jason Lee get caught up in some shit, you know what I'm saying, with some other YouTubers and celebrities and stuff like that, and his ass is
always good.
But he has a great show, and I like the gags, you know what I'm saying?
It's always good. It's like never a dull moment with him, and he can talk his way in or out of stuff, and I really just enjoy him. Like, look, he's ratchet. He is messy as hell, but it's so fun to watch it. It's like
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'll say this. There's some people that I secretly love that are not like, I guess, like popular. I don't know, not necessarily popular, but like they're not America's sweethearts, right? Like in my mind, in my heart, I have so much love for Jocelyn Hernandez, and I can't explain it to you in logical terms, but like so many things, it's almost like she's the Simpsons or something.
Okay, so I do like Jocelyn in the sense of the character that she is, right?
Now I'm
and
not going to tell my kids to go and like
but I like that she's gonna be messy. So people watch
but I just
or whatever, and just
also part of me wants her to win a little bit in life. Like I don't know, she's not the best person, but I just have a soft spot in my heart for her, and a lot of the shit that she says is actually true. Like let me tell you, if you really go back and look at some of the statements that she's made, they're like oddly like idiot savant statements. They're like how would you even know that? Like,
oh my god,
like, you barely even said it in English, but it's like you really like it's like either she's a genius or she's so much of an idiot that the universe is turned upside down.
To address Ellen's comment, it depends on the situation. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the big sister, so whatever she, is doing, she probably has seen me go there once or twice.
I might be the ratchet sister, and I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta think about that.
That's hilarious.
All right, let's get into some shenanigans real quick. I only have two.
Okay.
The first one is these Chris Brown meet and greets. These are getting so out of hand. And I love to see it. It's like whenever I see a new one, it comes up on my phone or whatever, I'm like scrolling through. Like, first of all, I just have to give it to Chris Brown for always looking so in the moment. It's
Did I send you that video of
the girl, she was like naked or something, and she was like, I just wanted to pose with this balls in my mouth. That was hilarious because I feel like that's probably on a maybe even on a smaller scale. I feel like that's happened. Like, let's just pose naked or something of the sort. But I just want to say, like, he's so funny the way his face, he be in every one of these pictures looking like it's a real picture. I feel like there's some talent involved with that.
They're never making money off these things. Ain't they like $1,000 a picture?
Meanwhile, it's a super genius move because how many celebrities are out here posing with random fans for free? And you could be getting $1,000. Okay, he's Chris Brown. So yeah, pay me $1,000 and look at how genius this is. Every picture he's in, it looks so real. Like he was at the actual cookout. Like he was actually dating. Like we were actually having fun. Like he's actually my cousin. Like, he's really convincing. I really want him to really go back into acting because clearly he has talents that are untapped. Like we've seen him in a couple of movies, but I mean, I am not cringing over these meet and greet pictures. I'm living for these meet and greet pictures. And you got to think, like, is there ever something that goes off in his mind that's like, oh, no, I ain't about to do that. He's with it. He's with it all. It's like, I don't know how they come in and, like, explain the setup. So you got to rock with me for a second. Do they come in and then for, like, 10 seconds, they're like, all right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to move over here and bend over, and then you're going to come around like this. Or do they just go right into the thing? Because it's so real each time. It just really looks like prom photos. And like, this girl, did she just come up and jump on him? Did he just know to catch her? Or did she explain it to him? Right? Like I'm going to do this, and then you're going to catch me, and then you're going to, because he just looks like it was a normal day. What a talent.
I mean, it is Chris Brown, you know what I'm saying?
Man, he's got listen, he's got the whole thing locked. I believe it. I believe every minute of it. I think it's genius that he's charging people $1,000 for these because these people are coming up with these $1,000. And if you really think
$1,000 to say, okay, this is not one of them, but let me go back to this page. But that's,
if you really think about it, it's not important to them. Look, okay, I think there's a myth sometimes with people and money. Like $1,000 is a lot of money, but if you really, really had to come up with $1,000, you could get it from somewhere. But if this is what they consider their $1,000 emergency, then I
Yeah,
think
no, fuck that. I can buy so much shit with $1,000.
hello, I could do so much with
I would
$1,000.
go up that show and like, I ain't pay
But
my
you know
money,
what?
but I just
This is what's important to them. This is what's important to them, and I think it's if it's that important to them to pay $1,000, I think he's giving $1,000 worth of face in every photo I've seen thus far. I think he's served that $1,000 up. There has just said those breezy
you
pics are
don't
too
care.
ratchet. He's gonna exactly. If you're getting $1,000 for a
I did not.
30-second
Let me
or a
write that
minute
down.
or
I gotta watch
90-second
that.
picture, like I just think that is a genius move. I've never seen it done before, but he's doing great.
I mean, he's monetizing his skills.
Hello,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
think it's awesome.
So I want to take a really quick little commercial break real quick. You guys that are not following Faith, this is her channel is Yes, I'm a Unicorn. And for those of you who like, planner stuff and, motivational stuff, definitely follow her channel or subscribe to her channel. What am I talking about? But I put her link in the
follow
chat.
me. I'm on all the social media.
Her link tree is also in the description.
Yeah, so if you just go follow me, I'm shaping up my my purpose. Like I know what my purpose is, but I'm really starting to share and engage, and so there's a lot happening, and I think it'll be fun for people to come.
I'm glad you started making videos.
I'm really teaching, really what my goal and
it's about time you needed to. You have so much stuff that you could do.
I just want to teach people how to plan. I think it's something that it doesn't come naturally. It's not something that you would just know how to do. Like, you know how to write your appointment on a calendar. You know how to, show up for what you need to be at. But to really know how to like plan to put something together and reach your ideal outcome, there's steps to it. And like, I've studied it, I've been obsessed with it, and I know how to execute it. And so that's what I'm sharing there on the channel. And it's a lot of fun. And I love planners and stuff and stickers and all that fun stuff. So you'll see a lot of that too. But
as her sister, I get free supplies. I got so many things for books and pens and stickers and whatever Erin Condren has made. She's made sure that I have it. Well, I spelled that wrong. Let me take that back.
I have some stuff for you too. I'm so glad you said that. I have some stuff for you. So the next time you come over, remember to remind me to give you that stuff, because I actually had it when I saw you a couple weeks ago and I forgot to give it to you. So anyway, thanks, Ellen.
Yes, Ellen, thanks for asking. And there is another channel that they do together called Is It Crazy or Is It God? Let me it's
ICIIG. And you can just search Is It Crazy or Is It God? We're on all the platforms. We just did Twitch. That's probably us right there with 8 subscribers. It's probably gonna take a second to come up. But I think I don't know. Yeah, that's us. Yeah, so we're honestly, just to be so simple, we finally both of us were
like, this channel is about too.
Yeah, we just read the Bible. Like literally, we went for years when we were engaged, when we were just boyfriend and girlfriend, and we were just saying like, I really want to read the Bible all the way through, right? And we kept saying, oh, next year. And then eventually we were like, when are we going to do this? And so we just started doing it. And we're like, let's just read from this Bible reading plan. And then, we'll just read every day. Or like we read 4 times a week. Sometimes we don't get to our reading until the end of the week. But we just know that what's holding us accountable is that we're gonna film on Saturday. So we just read 4 times a week, and if we don't, we read on like Friday or Saturday, and then we film about what we read and what we understand to be like what we understand and how it applies to our lives. And that's really all it's about. But I
like our videos, especially how y'all do the little snippets and put it on Instagram.
It's a wild ride, man. It's like there's so many things in there. You will be shocked at some of the things that are in the Bible that are really rated R, or that like, oh, is that where that came from? That's in the Bible, man. Like there's so many things. So it's just a fun thing, and it's a fun thing to do as a married couple too. So
why can't I find the 4th Quarter channel?
Probably because there's so many different fourth quarter channels. Here, I'll send it to you and then you can pull it up.
So yeah, because fourth quarter is her husband's podcast with some other guys, and they definitely post a lot of sports content whenever something's going on with football drafts or games or anything. They're having like a real, men's chat, and women can go in there too if you guys can relate, but they definitely get down to the details. Is Rose coming back to the fourth quarter ever?
No, I don't want to give it away, but actually Rose and James are working on another project that's about to come out. I guess I can't really say it because
stop sharing this shit. It's not even what I want to show. I'll wait till I get the link, guys.
No, that's okay. So Rose and James have been working on something, and I feel like if I say it will be something I have to apologize for later. So I won't say what they're working on, but it's bomb. Okay. And when they finally come out with this project, it's going to be something that is a household name and that everybody's going to be watching. So, yeah, I'm really excited.
I can't wait. But yeah, y'all check out those channels, and her Linktree. All of those are also on her Linktree. It's in the description, and what's also in the description should be my crew from Cameshia Reviews Crew. So check out all of those ladies' links as well. Anyway, I just had to do that little commercial break. And if you're not following Relationship Entertainment Television, I'm about to go back for three of my show called What's Going On, and it's Relationship Entertainment Television. Let me see if I can get. No, that link is in the description as well. Okay. All right. Anyway.
I love it. Okay. So I'm going to send you this in our little private chat. Oh, wait. I could do it right here. Okay, guys. Sorry. There you go. I think that's the link to one video. That's not the link to the channel. It's the link to, I think their last video about the Cincinnati Bengals. But yeah, stay tuned for Rose and James's new project. But he's always going to do the fourth quarter because he loves sports and he knows everything sports. And
he be pumping out content on that channel.
I mean, let me tell you something. These guys are real experts. You got Craig, you got James, you got Corey, you got Mo, and they literally know so much about sports, to the point where I know stuff about sports because I know them. So it's and all of it can be related back to just life and what it takes to be a champion. But these are real guys having conversations about, about sports that if you watch ESPN or you watch, MSNBC or whatever you watch for sports, it's just a different conversation. Mm-hmm. This is from a fan's perspective. So it's a really good, fun show to watch. I'm not a sports head or whatever, but whenever I watch, I'll just be like, oh, wow, I didn't take it that way. I didn't understand that perspective. So It's really fun to watch. Anyway, enough of a plug for that. So anyway, back to, the shenanigans. So we talked about Chris Brown. The other shenanigans I want to talk about have to do with Kanye West. Now, I'll reserve judgment. I'm not judging anybody, but I do love me some Kanye West music. Mm-hmm. And speaking of that, I'm gonna go into what we're gonna talk about pertaining to him. Is that King?
Oh my gosh! Yes, it's time for him to eat.
Get on the camera.
He wants to eat, and he's fussing me out right now. Okay, come here.
Let's bring him up and say hello. Hi, King. Hey, buddy.
He need a haircut.
What's going on? King, do you see me?
He's I need to talk to her real quick.
It looked like he was dancing.
Can you just
that
wait?
That was so funny.
I got you, okay? 10 minutes.
All right, King Paddington. Guest starring.
I'll see you later.
It looked like he really
Anyway, I'm going to share this because I think this is where you were going.
Yeah, okay. So here's what's funny. What? What did you do? Oh my God. Your face.
He got me right
here, guys. Hilarious.
Thing ever.
Okay, so I got attacked by Buttercup this morning, and James wants to act like, oh no, she didn't attack you. No, she attacked me. She jumped up on the bed and she attacked me and ran. She attacked me. She got me right.
Why? What happened?
She be trying to eat early. She just be like, oh, it's 4:30 a.m. It's time to eat. So anyway, that's my cat Buttercup that I was talking about. But anyway, yeah, let's talk about these shenanigans. So speaking of Kanye West music, my favorite album of his is The College Dropout. And I recently watched his well, it's not his, but I've recently watched the documentary Genius, and I literally was so excited to watch it because it took me back to like 2002, 2003 when all was happening.
I still gotta watch that.
And I remember that album, and there was a song called Spaceship, and he was talking about working at the Gap. Now, this is hilarious because now, you know, it's so funny how soon people forget. You know, a couple years ago, it was like only a few years ago when it was in the headlines that like, oh, Kanye West is hundreds of millions of dollars in debt, and da 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 da. And he had made some statement like, oh, somebody should just loan me $100 million so I can make good on it. And I think he was in debt because he had put everything that he owned into his clothing line.
Okay.
And that quickly came back to him because when you make an investment like that and you have the power of being a celebrity on his level, people are going to buy the thing, whatever you're selling. And then that's the point of making an investment like that. You put all your money in, and then whatever you put in is going to be tenfold because it's like they're going to buy it and it's worth more than what you sold it for, right?
I'm not getting this one though. Like, I don't get it.
Here's what's funny. All right. And I don't obviously know him, but this is funny as hell to me because I feel like what he's giving is, this is trash. Like, I feel like he made the deal, right? And take it back to like, I don't want to bring him into this, but I will. Dave Chappelle signed a deal with Comedy Central, and then he rolled out. And he was like, you know what? I've got my money. I don't agree with what you guys are doing. I'm out, but I'm keeping my money. And I feel like this is one of those moves where it's like he still has understanding and memories of what it was like working at the Gap, and he does not like him. He does not like those memories. He does not like his experience. And I feel like he put that stuff in trash bags. Like, no, I have creative control. You know what I'm saying? This is how we're going to serve this. I feel like, I don't think it was like.
Did you see what he said in response to getting slammed about it?
People still gonna buy it.
Did we have it right now?
I can't hear what you're playing, but
hold on.
People are still gonna buy it.
Well, no, I'm not playing it yet, but can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so somebody was talking to him, and let me see if I could play what he said.
This is so funny. He defends himself, selling clothes and trash bags. They're not real trash bags.
You understand some people felt that putting clothes in bags is insensitive, perhaps, to homeless and other people. Look, man, I'm an innovator, and I'm not here to sit up and apologize about my ideas. That's exactly what the media tries to do. Make us apologize for any idea that doesn't fall under exactly the way they want us to think. Do you understand some people felt?
So first, I just want to say this, and this is no shade or whatever. I just want to say this. If you are a celebrity that has a whole fucking lot of money, I'm going to need you to make sure that you're fix your teeth, man.
For real. I didn't even see. Okay.
It just looks like he hasn't brushed his teeth. And I fucked with Kanye, you know what I'm saying?
Perhaps.
But it's just like he's just like, yeah, I'm not really responsible for whatever you guys think you like. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do, and you guys are gonna go out in this COVID and monkeypox climate and dig in these sweatshirts and just pay what are they, $240?
They're gonna buy them anyway. And if that's how he wants to sell them, that's how he's gonna sell them, and people are gonna buy them, and they're gonna say like, I got this shit out of a trash bag and I like it. That's what they're gonna say.
Crazy. This doesn't even look appealing.
It doesn't look appealing to you, Demita, because you're not gonna buy it, and I'm not gonna buy
Absolutely not. I might go in there and kick the bag over and be like, well, that's what happens when you put shit in trash bags in the middle of the fucking
that I already have in the hamper that I don't need another sweatshirt.
That's exactly what it looks like, a dirty hamper. But they're saying that he basically is using the homeless people as fashion muses because he's been spending time down in Skid Row, I guess, like getting inspiration.
Well, maybe that's why he didn't brush his teeth.
I guess. But
well,
I'm
listen,
sorry.
I give him, listen, he has all right to his creative control, and whoever actually executed this, right, understands that he is in control. So nobody's ever done that before. I'll give it up to him in this way. Nobody's ever done that before. People are now focusing on him for doing this, and it's causing a ruckus where I didn't even realize that he had a line with the Gap. That's the only reason I know. Now, I'm not going to go and buy it, but I wouldn't have known about it if this didn't come out in the media. So maybe that's why he did it. I do agree that he is a creative genius. And so for whatever his vision was, I also respect that as a creative, you have to go with your instinct, because if you're going to try to do something that's already been done or do something as if it's been told, it's just not going to quench your creativity in a way that's going to let you move on. You're always going to feel like I should have done it my way. I should have went with my idea. So, I mean, obviously he has all control to do whatever is on his mind, but am I going to buy it? No, but it wasn't made for me. But I think I find the humor in it, and I think it's hilarious. And I say, go.
This is even crazier. Thank you, Ellen. I mean, thank you, Mocha, for pointing this out, bringing this up, because I forgot about this. $1,790 luxury trash bag by Balenciaga, but people are rocking it, and they're going to be rocking them like. I'm sorry. I'd rather have the money in my purse. I don't care. Look, I have the money in my fucking fanny pack. Okay. Yes, I wear fanny pack.
It's not for us, but these people are going to go out in droves, and they're going to buy them up, and they're not even going to be available. You know, they're going to be sold out. Hey, look
like they belong in trash bags, though.
I've never experienced his clothing. Probably won't ever. But, you know, to each his own. There's people out there trying to get this stuff. And if that's what they choose to do, more power to them. You know what I'm saying? Help the economy go. She said, I'm not mad at it, but Kanye can do no wrong in my eyes. Well, I get that. And he can do wrong in my eyes. I think everybody can do wrong in my eyes. But I get, you know what? I have respect for the creative process. And I have respect for his artistry, so I'm just not going to be a consumer of that.
Sorry, nastier. My bad.
But I do appreciate, you know, the fact that it's different. So there's that. Anyway, all right. So let's move right along. So those are the shenanigans.
Yeah, I don't know. Hold on. I don't know if they're really for trash, but they look like they're just like luggage bags, I guess. Or I don't know. You pack your shit in them. I don't know. No. It's a no for me, dog.
I don't know if those are real trash bags, because I feel like we were kind of touching on this earlier. Like, though, I don't think they could be real trash bags, because they have to have some sort of like shape and to be able to hold up in a store. Still not worth
$1,700. No, thank you.
Anybody who's worked in a store before knows that, like, in retail, like, you have to have the setup, like, it's not on a table, they're not like folded or hanging or whatever, but it's got to have some structure to it in order to be presented in the way that the marketers wanted it to be presented. So I don't think they're real trash bags. They probably set them up in a certain way so that they stand up. And thank you.
I see the waves at the top. So look, I just be wondering what those board meetings be like, where they are discussing like, this is the next product we're about to launch.
Let me tell you,
everybody in the meeting, like, y'all, nobody's gonna say anything.
Let me tell you, I think them drinks be super awkward. I think them board meetings be so awkward. Like, you want to do what? I think there's a lot of like, silent pauses, and then there's a lot. I mean, there's probably a lot of ass kissing too, because you gotta really understand that, like, whether people like stuff or not, there's always going to be like 2 or 3 people like clapping in the back, like,
that's true.
Gosh, this is genius. So, but I think for him, he probably has a lot of awkward moments in his life. I implore you all to go and look at that documentary, because it's not something that he did, even though I have some I have some thoughts on how this came to be, but like the documentary that came out about him, it was some of his close people who were following him around for like over the span of 20 years.
And yeah, I gotta go back and watch it. I know that Goody and Lee with the T did a review on it when it first came out.
Yeah,
but I didn't watch the actual show, so I kind of watched their review. But I gotta go back and watch it. I have written down.
Yeah, there's some things in there that I think you'll find really interesting. But at the end of the day, he's a human being, and he has some issues. But you know, he followed his dream, and there's a lot. We're gonna discuss it at a later date. But you know, he's. Anyway, I'll just reserve the comments for when we watch it. But.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna make sure I watch it by the time we have another show. But I want to ask you a question. Okay, I want you to listen to something, and then I want to know what your thoughts are after you hear it. Okay. I don't think I sent this to you. I think this is gonna be the first time that you saw this.
This is gonna be interesting.
Hold on, let me see. Let me make sure I share the audio. And come on. Damn it.
Oh my God.
I'm afraid that it's going to be ahead of what I need it to be. Hold on.
I'm reading the little thing.
Don't read it yet. Close your eyes.
I won't read it. Okay.
Don't see it. Don't see it. Okay,
I
gotta let it go back because
I'm not even looking at it, so I can't. I just saw some people talking, but I didn't see I didn't read the headline yet.
Oh shit! I gotta click on the thing.
On your sheet, but you'll just sleep in it. You're just like, I'm serious. In the hotel, you're not about to get up and be like, can somebody come change these sheets? Why not?
Are you serious?
I'm lay with the cum, but not with the shit.
It's still bodily fluids,
but it's a different fluid that's carrying bacteria.
It's not a dookie log, you guys. It's a skin mark. God damn, it's just a little slice of dookie on the sheet. I love vacation sex. You just get nastier. If you do anal, you have a little dookie on your sheet, but you'll just sleep in it. You're just like, oh, I'm serious. In the hotel, you're not about to get up and be like, can somebody come change these sheets?
Why not?
Are you serious?
I'm lay with the cum, but not with the shit.
It's still bodily fluids,
but it's a different fluid that's carrying bacteria.
It's not a dookie log, you guys. It's a skin mark. God damn, it's a little slice of dookie.
A slice. She took me out with that.
Now I understand how monkeypox is spreading. I wasn't sure until I saw that. These people are out here. What do you mean it's just a little dookie? Like it's just a little blood? Like it's
I'm so mad. She was like, "Nobody. I'm not gonna have nobody change the sheets." The girl was asking the right question. Like, why not? Why wouldn't you?
This is how we be getting into so many Demis, yo. We about to have Demi on top of Demi. We about to be in pandemic, like overlap for the next 200 years.
I cannot.
Because people don't know. Okay. All right. So I wasn't gonna bring this up, but I'm starting to believe it now. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get so much backlash for this.
Believing what? Wait.
Nick Cannon made a comment a few weeks ago.
Okay.
About women's hygiene. And I thought it was misplaced. So there were two things that I thought. Okay, so let me go back and talk about the comment because I don't remember exactly what he said verbatim, but he was basically like, you know, he gave some statistic. It wasn't even a statistic. It was a Nick Cannon like observation statistic. It was like, you know, 80% of women, and I don't know if he pointed to a study, right? He was just like 80% of women don't have good hygiene, right? And I was like, who the fuck are you to say that, Nick Cannon? And then I remembered. And I was like, oh, I guess you are 80% of women. So I was like, okay, well, you know, and then all the women that he was in the interview with, of course, were like, well, not me. And then I thought that was interesting because I was like, well, 80% of the women you're talking to have to be, you know, by way of science.
You know what that told me? It just
80% is baby mamas.
Now, I'm not saying all dudes are like Nick Cannon, but some dudes will, if the girl has bad hygiene, if you're saying that 80% of women have bad hygiene, you're telling us that the women that you slept with have bad hygiene.
Yeah.
And you gonna still sleep with him after you
So-
figure out they
so
have
I
it?
don't know.
Like niggas will fuck through a smell. I've heard niggas talk
Yeah,
at
I've
work,
heard
and
stories.
it's
as
like,
well.
oh, he like, I had to open the window. You had to open the window.
Like,
Why?
why
He
didn't you
put
just get out of there, man?
So
Save
that's an
yourself.
infection, probably. Like, what are you talking about? Like, why'd you still go forward with it?
And so here's what I recognize. It's like, I was never offended by that comment because I was just like, who is he talking to? And then I was like, oh, it's Nick Cannon. Maybe maybe he is the expert. And like, maybe he's been with 80% of women in some like conglomerate, that he's the expert that could speak on this. He is the spokesperson for sleeping with 80% of women in some, in some area. But then I was like, you know what? If that's his experience, that's his experience. He shouldn't be putting that on numbers like there was a study done. But then I hear shit like this. I hear people saying stuff like this as if it's normal. And then I hear other people saying like
on a podcast. Like,
I mean, like it's just public, for public consumption. And it's like, yeah, I would think that if that's the way you live your life, you're not ashamed of it. So you're just gonna sleep in shit like a baby. And I mean, babies don't even choose to do that, but like that's exactly how disease.
I don't care what it is. If it's anything on the sheets, we're getting new sheets. Okay,
that's how diseases spread. Like
okay.
As a food service industry professional, as an ex-food service industry professional, so much sickness happens, foodborne illness. Yep. By fecal matter getting passed through. That's why people have to wash their hands every so often or after they touch certain things, because other people don't wash their hands. You have to wash your hands for everybody else. Just like you have to drive for everybody on the road. You have to wash your hands for everybody you encounter, because you have to assume that they didn't wash their hands. And fecal matter is like everybody, because people don't wash their hands and wrists. And let me tell you, the wrists are important. So I just feel like this is the reason why disease is going to be sprayed, because people like this. And here's the thing, there's this saying out there that's like, if you lie, you'll steal. If you steal, you kill. Listen, I ain't putting nothing past this lady here. If you can sleep in a slice of dookie, then you'll sleep in a chunk of dookie.
Sleep in a chunk of dookie, not only that,
you'll touch a big dookie log.
But not only that, she's talking about doing it and like it's okay. So what else do you think is okay? Because
what else do you think is
probably
okay?
Getting roasted now. You know what? I should have looked at the comments.
It's upsetting to me, because these are the people that we're encountering on a basis. It's like I'm going to say a regular basis, but this is the reason why you can't date online. Because people are out there sleeping in dookie slices. And she got a whole code name for it. Oh, it's just a slice. It's just like, are you measuring?
Like, come on, y'all. Like, y'all the ones that's crazy.
Like, it's so disgusting. It disgusts me, but then now I just got to go back and erase everything that I judged Nick Cannon for saying, because I'm like, oh, this is who you were talking about. Oh, right? Like, this is who you were talking about. And I saw this online ad the other day. They were making this and listen, I'm not trying to say anything because we've been taught to treat our bodies in a way, and like certain things are just like natural and certain things are unnatural. And sometimes people don't have people to explain that stuff to them. We had a mom, she explained a lot of stuff to us. We know about our bodies, we know how to like clean ourselves, and everybody doesn't have that. So I get it. And then some people have like issues, and then there's female issues, you get infections, you get all these things, and you have to really be paying attention to yourself and taking care of yourself. So I'm not saying
that brings up another point. If I was her friend, I wouldn't be able to eat nothing else at her house.
Hello. Not only that, but like I can't talk to you and hang out with you. Like I can't a slice like it's an orange, Ellen. Like it's a piece of pizza. Like, what are you talking about? There's no way you can prettify that. And the funny thing is, like, we know people like that. They're over our houses. They work with us at work. They're touching our doorknobs. You know what I'm saying? They're pushing the elevator button. This bitch pushed the elevator button today. I'm just getting angry right now. Excuse me.
Or she might be in a grocery store, like touching containers and putting them back.
Oh, she's a fruit toucher. She's a definite fruit toucher. This is why we have to wash our rice. I heard of that and I was like, why would I wash my rice? Because of you.
Okay, so
that's so upsetting.
I used to like not know why I was doing it, but I just recently looked up to see why you should wash the rice.
I heard
that work in those factories to be like, y'all don't know what happens to that rice. You know,
we talked about this because there's so many things that we just trust. And I made this comment. I'll make this comment to James sometimes about how like I'll be like, "Oh, babe, I trust you like the inside of a Ziploc bag," and it's like we just trust so many things. We think that so many things are like FDA approved. We think our friends wash their hands. Meanwhile, they sleeping in dookie slices on vacation. It's like I don't know who that lady is, but she represents like a lot of people who go around and act normal.
I'm gonna go back and look at the comments to see who fucking agrees with her after we get off live.
I mean, and it's like, listen, but I feel some type of way about shaming them because then they'll just hide and act like they're normal, and then that's just gonna spread disease even more. So it's like these people, I don't want to oust them. I just want to teach them to either alert us to you, like, hi, I'm a dookie slice sleeper, so that I can know, right? Or if you're not gonna wash your hands and wrists, like I need to know. It's just I'm so upset.
Okay, so while we're talking about not, how we just trust stuff or whatever, I think this is another video that I came across. About the Capri Suns being recalled, but then there's also people online doing.
So I had a full Capri Sun like this the other day, and it was swollen up. It ended up having some nasty fungus shit in here, and I feel like this one's going to as well. You can see it gets swollen and shit.
Oh, it gets puffy.
So I'm going to cut this open and show you guys what's inside of it.
Oh,
there's a bunch of these videos on TikTok.
Just so you guys can see. Let's see, let's get this one in here. It's so tough.
Thinking of how many of these junks I drank and like
blindly.
I mean, you can see in the bottom, but it doesn't look like it when you look at it from the bottom.
Let's see. There's something in here, and I think that there is.
I halfway want to go buy some Capri Suns and just do this test, but I'm gonna be fucking freaked out if I do it and find something.
Oh my gosh, I just want to believe that all the Capri Suns that I've ever drank were okay.
You see that fucking shit?
Oh.
This is bullshit. The kids are drinking this. Let me pour it in a clear glass so you guys can see.
Maybe it's fruit.
I got my clear glass. Capri Sun.
Yo, okay, so here's what I think.
Like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
So one dude did it and he had ants in his.
And it was swollen up.
He found ants
in
his, and this person had fungus. But I halfway want to go buy some and do it. But if I do it, I'm going to be freaked out because when I used to play kickball, we used to just grab them junks out the cooler, look at the bottom. It was cool, but you really can't see everything. So I mean, like you said, we be trusting everything, and we don't really know what's going on. This is
a sad reality, man. I now have to go back and look at like how I'm really living my life. There's so many things too that are not like FDA approved, and we just kind of like take them on. Like I just found out about washing rice like within the last few months. Like I had no idea that was supposed to be a thing. I just pour stuff right out of the box into the water, you know?
Yeah, and I never really seen anybody else do it growing up. Like we used to eat a lot of stuff back in the day that we don't have to, like that we didn't worry about the things that we worried about now.
Yeah,
that we worry about now. But
so true.
I don't know. But anyway, look, this has been a great comeback show. This is second season. Make sure y'all come back and join us on Thursday nights for Thursday Night Live with those two sisters. And so next week, my homework assignment is to watch the Kanye West Genius document.
And I'm going to watch the rest of Love and Marriage. And I'm going to start watching Ready to Love Miami. Yes. Okay. Yes. And then there's so many topics that I want to get into. We have some new segments that we're going to touch on. this season, and we're just super excited to come back and talk to you guys. So thanks for joining us. It was so fun, and I can't wait until next week.
Yes, thank y'all so much for being in the chat and showing love. All our old faithfuls are still looking out for us. I love y'all. And just keep coming back to check my channel so you can see what I'm doing new. I had to take a little hiatus to get my mind right, cut my hair off so I can like free myself of some stuff. Y'all hear this dude in the background? He's arguing and barking with his toy. He probably like, look, I'm hungry and you know good and well it's time to feed me, okay? He got his own personality. It is really, really crazy. But I feel like he understands all the stuff that I be saying. Like sometimes, so okay, since I got him during quarantine, this is a little story time. Since I got him during quarantine, we didn't take him out. We started taking him out when he got about 12 weeks, I guess. And I would take him outside to go to the bathroom in the morning and at night or whatever. But dogs, he's been chased a couple of times by the dogs in the neighborhood. And there's a bunch of other big dogs around here that he could smell, right? Mm-hmm. And the dogs that were chasing him weren't trying to do him any harm. They were his age, but he just got shook. Yeah. And now he don't want to go outside. He'll walk out there and then run right back in. And so unless I take him on a leash and he'll kind of like go out there until he's looking at me like, when we going back in the house. But so he uses the bathroom in the bathroom. I have the little area in the bathroom, and so he'll go in there, use the bathroom. But when he does number 2, if it's not like coming out as fast as he wanted to, he'll take off running to like get away from it. So it'll end up like dropping in the hallway or something. Thank God it's never been wet, but it'll drop in the hallway or something. And thank God I have not stepped on it, because sometimes I don't notice that he did that. And I'll be walking back there to the bedroom and then I'll just be like, is that shit? And so now when I say that, or I'll be like, what the? He'll just be like, and go into his crate, right? I'm like, yeah, because you know what you're doing. So how can you act like that if you know you're in trouble? Like, you know you're in trouble, but you still did it or whatever.
Buttercup does that when she knows she's in trouble. But I just want to point out one thing. He wants to run away from his shit because he knows there's bacteria and harmful things in it. And then these women still out here sleeping in Dookie. Well, anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I'm sorry, I had to bring it back full circle. Even the animal knows. It's instinct.
He said anyway. we look like we're related. We might be,
we might be related. We need to look into that.
Anyway, we out of here. See y'all next Thursday, but come back and check my channel for some other new content in a couple of days. Also, make sure you check the description box and follow Yes, I'm a Unicorn. Yay! And check out her link tree for all her other channels, because she has 2 other things going on as well with her husband. She has a channel with her husband, and she has her husband has his own sports podcast called Fourth Quarter Podcast. So definitely check out her link tree in my description and like the video, share the video, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to 100. What am I trying to get to? 1,000. Okay, my first milestone is 500. Let me not be too greedy. Okay,
no, we're going for 500
and get your girl a community wall so I can start posting my little motivational stuff on there, or whatever. Like, y'all gotta get to know me a little bit. I haven't really talked about myself like that on here, but we're going, have a little engagement over here. Okay. Anyway, you got any last words?
No, I'm so glad to be back, and I just can't wait till next week.
Yes, me either. So we're going to see y'all in the next video. Peace.